Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Back in full force today. Randy, welcome back from a trip overseas. Glad to have you back. This topic is one-word album titles, ladies and gentlemen. One-word album titles, but you cannot have the band or artist name in the title. So if you have Boston, Foreigner, their debut, it doesn't count. We want unique one-word albums, and we're going to rank them 10 through 1. Tonight's order is Randy, Brian, Doc, and myself. And some variation. We're not all going to name the same 10 albums, obviously. So it's always fun to get together and see what makes it to the top of the list, see what gets left out. And it's personal choice, what fits your style of music. And let's take it away from there. Randy, let's lead it off with your 10 favorite one-word title albums.
All right, my first one, Neil Young's Harvest. Great group of mostly acoustic tunes, which I was surprised that this actually didn't get that great of reviews when it first came out. But Old Man, Heart of Gold, Needle and Damage Done.
Yep.
My number 9 is going to be Mott. By Mott the Hoople. Oh, shoot, you can't use their name, right? Get it? Oh,
well, we'll let you go. You're already into it. Go ahead.
They didn't use the whole name.
Yeah, it's not the whole name.
Name.
That's my favorite Mott the Hoople album. Got All the Way from Memphis and About Life on the Road, Ballad of Mott the Hoople.
Good one.
See where I have it. Number 8. Rich might have this one. I don't know. Blue, Joni Mitchell. Maybe her most introspective album, although all of her albums are pretty introspective.
Yeah.
Just a classic.
Yeah. Great choice.
Nice.
Mine 7. That's Bob Dylan's Infidels. This is probably his best album of the 80s. Some might say No Mercy, but yeah, 2 great ballads on here with Sweetheart Like You and Don't Fall Apart on Me Tonight. Songs like Joker Man, Union Sundown. Just fantastic. And where are we now? 6. After the CD on this one. Exodus. Bob Marley and the Wailers. Maybe his best album. I love his combination of the tune, his own tune, One Love, and combined with Curtis Mayfield's People Get Ready. It's just sublime. You also get Jammin', Waiting in Vain, and Natural Mystic and others.
Excellent.
4. Another one at CD here. I've talked about this before. My favorite Roxy Music album is Avalon. Brian Ferry's Never sounded more romantic. Great title track too. Avalon.
This should be 4.
I think you skipped 5. That was 5. I think
that was 4 actually. My 5 was probably the least known that I'm going to show, and that's Amigo from Arlo Guthrie.
Wow.
Of course, he's known for Alice's Restaurant and Train to Call the City of New Orleans, but I think this is his best collection of songs. It's one that a lot of people don't know about, but yeah, Amigo. So now I'm at 3. I always mess those up there. Number 3. Got to have Van. Got Moondance.
Got to.
Probably his most accessible album. If there's somebody didn't know Van Morrison, this is the one I would suggest to listen to first. Even though my favorite is Astro Weeks. For Brian, here's my number 2. I got Document.
Ooh.
This is their major label debut, and really my favorite REM album, with The One I Love, It's the End of the World as We Know It, and finest work song, Welcome to the Occupation. And I think some other people might have this one too, and that's going to be my number 1, Rumors. I knew I probably was not going to be the only pick, like I said. It's just a juggernaut. Every song got radio play, and group tension actually resulted in a masterpiece.
Excellent.
That's my 10.
Yeah.
Great list.
Great list.
lot of great albums. I was surprised at Amigo, but that's what you like. That's what you like. And Document really high up on the list. That's cool.
I love it. You know, you got my vote on that one.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Brian, what do you think?
All right. So at number 10, I've got from 1983, The Police's Synchronicity, the final studio album that blended that, the little bit of a darker themes with that reggae style that they had. This was really their most polished albums in a lot of ways, especially with all the internal struggles the band was going through. Obviously known for Every Breath You Take, King of Pain, Wrapped Around Your Finger, all big hits for them. Number 9, this one's highly critically acclaimed. Favorite of mine, maybe my ultimate favorite from them, but definitely if we're going to be ranking albums, I got Revolver by the Beatles here from 1966.
Yep.
Obviously had popular tunes on it like Eleanor Rigby and Tomorrow Never Knows. Really a lot of experimentation, a lot of psychedelia on here, and then experimentation with loops and orchestration, and the songwriting was getting sharper. It was really a great album by them. Number 8, I've got Pearl Jam's 10 here from 1991, part of the grunge influx of music that came in the early 90s. Explosive debut, Eddie Vedder's emotional vocals, and kind of mixed with these muscular, energetic riffs of the band is just incredible. Check out the tunes live and Even Flow. Black is fantastic. And Garden is like one of my favorites, but everybody probably would say Jeremy would be the one to listen to. Number 7 for me, this is my most contemporary album from 2013, the only one I have from the 21st century, Southeastern by Jason Isbell. This is really a deeply personal and confessional album by him. Kind of chronicles his struggles with addiction and recovery and redemption, and it's got these great stripped down arrangements and juxtaposed with his great storytelling ability. Some popular tunes from here is Cover Me Up, obviously big fan favorite. Traveling Alone, which I think Springsteen has covered in concert several times. And then Songs That She Sang in the Shower is probably my favorite song on there. Number 6 is Nevermind by Nirvana, another album from 1991. I wanted to include this because it's such a pinnacle album for the shift in where music was going to go, especially in that early part of the 90s. Obviously, we lost Kurt Cobain really early in his career, but this is an album that kind of spoke to the disillusionment of an entire generation of young people. So Smells Like Teen Spirit and Come As You Are were the big hits off of there. I prefer a lot of the songs on the second side, like Something in the Way and Polly, I think are all really great. Number 5, I think I get Doc's little vote on this one. I've got Animals from Pink Floyd, 1977, a concept album inspired by George Orwell's Animal Farm that kind of critiques capitalism through extended atmospheric compositions, darker and harsher than, Dark Side of the Moon or Wish You Were Here. It remains one of Floyd's fiercest works. Obviously, dogs, pigs, sheep, you just vast array of songs that are all named after the animals themselves. Thank you, Randy, for having Document at number 2. I only had it here at number 4.
Wow.
But, we're kind of trying to rank albums at the same time. So big breakthrough for the band, obviously. The jangle guitar sound, and they kind of dive into political themes. And it was their first platinum album and kind of set the stage for their dominance in the late 80s and especially early 90s when, once the Warner Brothers label threw all that money behind them. You mentioned the one I love, It's the End of the World as We Know It. I like Disturbance at the Heron House as well, and King of Birds, I think, is a very well-written song. Number 3, So by Peter Gabriel, 1986, Kind of a mixture of his art rock and pop rock. It's maybe his most commercially successful, I've got to imagine anyway. It kind of combines world beat influences with these lush productions, which I think Daniel Lanois was the producer behind this. It's visionary, yet it's approachable at the same time. The Memphis Horns, perform a lot on the record. The big tune, obviously, was Sledgehammer, but also Don't Give Up was a big hit. In Your Eyes, which was on the soundtrack to, can't even think of it off the top of my head anyway, with this movie with John Cusack anyway.
Play anything.
Thank you. And Red Rain is another one of my favorite songs on here. Number 2, I'm surprised that Randy didn't have it, and maybe Rich might have it. I got Wildflowers by Tom Petty here from 1994, produced by Rick Rubin. I mean, it's really kind of a stripped away of excess for this raw, intimate Tom Petty, very deeply personal, blending that rock and country balladry. It's now considered a huge masterpiece for him. Lots of great remasters coming out with extra songs and extra demos and stuff. Wildflowers, the title track, was great. You Wreck Me, It's Good to Be King. You Don't Know How It Feels. All great songs. You check it out. Number 1, just like Randy's number 1, I've got Rumors from Fleetwood Mac here. The consummate breakup album. The band's going through all this turmoil, and all this emotional honesty kind of spills out into the songwriting, and along with this immaculate production, it creates this timeless gem that maybe, if you said this is not maybe a no skip album, because there's like maybe one song that you might skip over if you were trying to listen to it all the way through, but to appreciate the whole thing, I probably never would. Dreams, Go Your Own Way, obviously. The Chain, such a huge song. Gold Dust Woman as well. Just a powerhouse of a record that I thought deserved to be number 1. So,
Very good. Yeah, we're already 2 people in, and so much diversity, so many different artists. I love the Jason Isbell pick. I think he's an underrated talent, really good songwriter. Of course, Nevermind. I figured you might have that one. Wildflowers actually was my last cut. I love the album, I love Tom Petty, but I just didn't make it this time around. And I like the So Pick by Peter Gabriel, really good album too. So, all right, so let's hear Doc's 10 through 1. Go for it.
Okay, so I'll just jump in. Here's my 10. So my number 10 sounded, I think, Brian, you had this at number 8. So I got Pearl Jam's number 10. Number 10. So
good spot.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hitter, right? Even Flow, Jeremy, Alive.
Yeah, all those songs are good.
They're great songs, man. So their best album, in my opinion, probably still. So number 9. I'm going to say you guys probably don't see this one coming, but I've got Kick by In Excess at number 9.
Oh, you love that album, but I still didn't see it coming.
Yeah. And it's really not my sweet spot of kind of like tunes, but I do like these songs. So I guess that's just where it comes down to, like Mediate, New Sensation, Calling All Nations, Mystify. It's a great Guns in the Sky. It's a really solid album, man. There's not too many misses on this one. So my number 8, again, it's a Doc list, man. So I'm going to keep it as a Doc list, and I'm not going to change who I am. I got the Cults Electric at number 8. Peace Dog, Love Removal Machine, Wildflower. This is a playlist from all the way through. Great cover too of Born to Be Wild on this one too. So that's my number 8. Man, I went back and forth so many on some of these ones. So I'll just drop it in. I got Paranoid by Sabbath at number 7.
Wow.
Planet Caravan, Iron Man, War Pigs, Paranoid. That's not a debut kind of thing, man, happening there. That's what a great album. War Pigs is one of my favorite dark CD songs, man. I've played anytime. Number 6, Pink Floyd's Animals.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, I had to have Floyd on my list somewhere. It was either be Metal or Animals, one of the two. Just because I had a couple of options, and really, it's a mood thing. Don't get me wrong. One of These Days and Echoes and Fearless off Metal is really great. The dogs and pigs and stuff like that. There's such a sound and vibe to that album, man. Animals is fantastic. So that was my number. Do I got that right?
I think
it's 6. Yeah, no 6.
Number 6. Number 5. I'm not going to change who I am, man. Dosage by Collective Soul.
Wow.
I knew you would have it.
Very good.
I knew you would.
I'm a big Collective Soul guy. You guys kind of know that already at one level or another. But this is a Randy, you asked about what album maybe you should listen to, the blue one or this one. This is the one. This is the other one. So this is, I'm just saying, this doesn't have a miss on it to me. To be honest with you, this is a play all the way through, and it's just in my wheelhouse and something that's I'm happy they've been around for as long as I have. Number 4, you had this somewhere, I think there, Brian, but so Peter Gabriel is making my list as well. Red Rain, Don't Give Up, Sledgehammer, In Your Eyes. And this is another booming album, man. And these songs are peak when they hit, man. So
yeah,
it's gonna be on my top 10. The stuff I leave off is the stuff I leave off. Told you I'm not gonna change who I am, man. Aerosmith rocks at my number 3. That's a 70s rock. I love my 70s rock, Aerosmith, man, and that's right in my wheelhouse, man. Last Child, Back in the Saddle. Nobody's Fault. Home Tonight. It's a rocking album, man. I love 70s Aerosmith, man. That's what I can tell you. Revolver, Beatles, number 2.
Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's a non-miss, man. It's the Beatles, and you can cherry pick and say whatever, but Eleanor Rigby, it's the Beatles, man. It's Revolver. This is a fantastic album. It's really high on my list for a reason. So, the shocker of all shockers, my number 1. It's Rumors. Yeah, for a one-title album or one-word album titles and stuff. After I wrote down my Aerosmith rocks and my Collective Soul dosage, I wrote down Rumors at number 1. So I'm just getting those out of the way. Yeah, that was easy.
Wow, Doc. We had 5 matches, man.
Right on, buddy.
All of our hard rock fans out there, we came up big with Rocks and Paranoid. I'll tell you that. All those guys.
Exactly. You're right, man.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
That's it.
Hey, you got to maintain a reputation. That's all there is to it. And now for some candy ass music. Let's go to Rick. I want to start out with as fluffy and soft as you can get. Simon and Garfunkel, Bookends. I just love this album. I don't know what it is. I mean, I like that theme bookend, sat on the park bench, and the loneliness and all the good vibes. Paul Simon, man, he can write a tune. You got, what else is on here? America, which we've already talked. Mrs. Robinson, A Hazy Shade of Winter, At the Zoo. It's wall to wall, great pop rock, soft rock songs. If you're into it, you're into that album.
Oh.
Number 9. This is a little harder for me, but I have to acknowledge it. It's a great one-word title, and it's Aqualung, baby, from Jethro Tull.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's an excellent album, and I from the title track to Cross-Eyed Mary and My God and Hymn number 43, and my favorite is Locomotive Breath. Just a great prog rocky kind of 70s sound. And number 8, this might be my surprise how much I like this compared to everybody else, but it always shows up for me. Scarecrow by John Mellencamp. I think this is a wonderful heartland rock album from the mid 80s. Farm Aid was going on. He's addressing those topics with Rain on the Scarecrow, Small Town, Minutes to Memories, Lonely Old Night, Rumble C, CK in the USA. Just great songs all the way. Again, landmark album for me. For Mellencamp, I think it's his best, and he's had some good ones.
Yeah.
Number 7. This was mentioned, I believe, by Brian. Yes, it's Synchronicity.
Yep.
You did it. It's service by naming the songs, walking in your footsteps. Both Synchronicity 1 and 2 are on here. Murder by Numbers, of course. Every Breath You Take. King of Pain, arguably the best song on the album. This was their last album. They make 5 studio albums. This was it.
Yeah.
Swan Song. Sting goes off and does his solo career. Number 6, Asia by Steely Dan.
I forgot about that one.
It only has 7 songs, but from Black Cow all the way through to Josie, Deacon Blues, Peg, the title track. This is pristine studio musicianship at its finest, and I love the album. Top 5 now. Number 5 for me is Carole King's Tapestry. I had to put it in there for the songwriter movement. It's strong. I love the first 3 tracks right off the bat are I Feel the Earth Move So Far Away and It's Too Late. And the others beyond that, like Will You Love Me Tomorrow, Smackwater Jack, You've Got a Friend, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. Also, some of those songs she wrote earlier on, and then she redid them on her own. Number 4, I think we have a trifecta, not a quadrifecta, and that is Revolver by the Beatles. 3 of us had it of the 4. This is almost a transition album. I think Rubber Soul is more of a transition album, but this comes in with some of the more trippier stuff here, like I'm Only Sleeping, and of course Yellow Submarine, She Said, still some Sunshine pop like Hey Sunshine. I like Enya Burke and Sing, For No One, Got to Get You Into My Life. Eleanor Rigby's fantastic. Taxman, just load it for Bear. I agree with Randy on number 3, and that is Joni Mitchell's Blue. Could be the best singer-songwriter of that era. I mean, if you really want to look at it, introspective, yes. Not a lot of big-time radio play on as far as hits, but just the quality of the songs, phenomenal. Case of You is a masterpiece, and you got California and Carrie and My Old Man and River. I mean, God, fantastic songs. Number 2 and 1, they battled it out, but number 2 is Moondance. Talked about this many times. Phenomenal Van Morrison album. Absolutely phenomenal. One of the best. It Stoned Me. God. Moondance, Crazy Love, Caravan, Into the Mystic, Come Running. Just, it goes on. Side 2 is excellent too. Number 1, we're in agreement. It's Rumors by landslide. I mean, I couldn't avoid it. It's not only the best one-word album title, it's probably one of the top 3 or 4 albums ever.
Right.
Period. Me. Just for me. And that's all it counts. So there you go.
Well, yeah, that's what matters.
That's all it counts. So that's our list. Well, we hit on some. We hit on number 1, which was amazing. That it all fell into place. And we each had little dibs and dabs of stuff that matched up throughout. Doc went hard rock all day, which we expected, and we applaud.
Thank you.
And I went with a lot of favorites. I left off Springsteen. I left off Petty. That was my goal.
Yeah, it kind of surprised me. I had you down. I was writing down some stuff. I thought maybe you might have Desperado, Rich.
I thought about it.
Yeah.
Or Nebraska, maybe.
Yeah. And Wildflowers. I like all those albums, but I just wanted to.
Moondance was my last cut, Randy. So
what?
Moondance was my last cut. It was 11. So
you know one that I wanted to include because they use it like it's one word, but Swordfish Trombones. But I don't know. That's
that would have counted. That would have counted.
Yeah.
And the Beatles had another one that I really like, Help, which is really
yeah.
But I went with Revolver instead, just for the prestige. But they're right neck and neck as far as greatness.
I didn't know if it would have counted, but I really might have had Aha from Mellencamp on my list.
I would have counted it.
That's
if I let Milo, I have to let go.
Well, see, like if you had the Bad Company and they had an album called Bad, wouldn't you let that go?
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
I would have. Anyway, that was a little fun little exercise. Sure. 1-word album titles. Go subscribe to Brian at Massey's Main Entertainment and Randy at Randall Nelson. We will be back probably in the next week or so. We might do something on Brian's show, so look out for that. And we have to repeat our 1984. We have to go back into our yearly countdown. So be on the lookout for that on my channel. Something a little different on Brian's in the coming weeks. So for everybody else, this is Rich. Take care of yourself. We'll see you next time. Leave some comments. Bye.